Hello my brothers and sisters of the Order, I am Templar, and welcome back to another Blade Review video, and today I'll be talking to y'all about a new type of Celtic weapon. That will be this one. This is my Celtic, or new Celtic short sword, or new Celtic sword in general. Now, I bought this from Cultivating, same as the Galaglass Greatsword, and this is from the same company known as the P.O.B. The P.O.B. makes these extremely well. This is actually a really cool one because this has a bone handle design and with a brass handle all around. In fact, this entire thing is made from it. Now, in truth, the overall length of the sword is technically around, I want to say, 23 7/8 of an inch. So, yeah, that's a pretty long design. And the blade is around 18 inches. So technically this is like a gladius almost for the Celtic warrior. However, this is a more tapering thrust to it. And also with shipping, well, yeah, it kind of destroyed the tip of the blade a little, so I'm going to have to probably try and get that fixed also. The blade is high carbon steel alloy. As well, you can sharpen this if you want to, like I do. I like to sharpen this myself and not rely on others. In fact, if it ends up being shipped, and it might end up breaking in the process. The weight is around 2 pounds and 1.1 ounces. As well, its point of balance is like half an inch, which, yeah, that is actually really awesome because this shows how much, this actually shows how much weight is distributed into the handle mostly, because this thing has a lot of handle weight to it. So this technically is perfect for both cutting and as well thrusting use. So technically a perfect Celtic style weapon, in which I wanted to buy this for major reasons, because this would be the primary type of Celtic sword out there for a Celtic foot soldier. Not like a Celtic nobleman, when he would actually, if now y'all understand the difference, a Celtic nobleman would have something like this, a Celtic greatsword or a chieftain sword, while a regular Celtic civilian would have probably held something like this. Now, there is something I don't like about this, which I had to take points off of it for a major reason. The grip. Why the grip? Look at this. The entire thing does not lock into my hand. In fact, Celtic swords, like this Celtic chieftain sword, as y'all can see, locks into my hand. Literally, my hand is technically locked. This keeps it at a perfect locking formation. That way I don't technically lose the sword, especially if my hand gets sweaty. Problem is, this sword has way too much grip because literally my hand can just literally slip up that way. And this is like a hobbit sword almost. So yeah, it looks like as though I'm holding Sting right now. Yeah. Although, don't get me wrong, this is a really good weapon. It has a bone-like handle and as well brass design grip and all that. So technically it does technically feel as though I don't want to lose grip of it, because literally I could just swing this probably for hours and probably not lose. Now, it doesn't have an edge yet since I haven't sharpened this, but you could still technically hear the swinging sound, or the cutting of the air, which that's technically cool. Now, its thickness is about 4.5 to 1.4 millimeters, while its weight is somewhere around, or its width, I should say, is somewhere around, I want to say, 48.7 millimeters. And the grip says 3 inches, so I'm guessing that this measures this. But literally, they should have really, Topeka, I hate to tell you all this, but you should have really made this a little more down to the hand. I mean, a giant could hold this, but probably for me, it's a little idiotic looking. Still though. Now, it has a nut design. Now, if none of y'all know what a nut pommel is, a nut is technically like a screw, so yeah, but they did a really good job making sure that probably doesn't break off. I don't know if y'all could tell that, but it looks like it's nearly welded on, so it's kind of a good thing. Now, the tapering design of it makes it perfect for a good thrust. So yeah, this is technically like a Celtic gladius if you think about it. Now, what also came with the sword is this sheath. Now, I had to deduct points from this also for a major reason. One, I can't exactly wear this, so I'm gonna have to do something about this. Probably put some cord through the holes and such for where the cord is already in here, so that way I could put this probably on my belt. Because in truth, I can't exactly use this sheath like this because of the fact, where am I supposed to put this if it doesn't want to hang on the belt? So yeah, I gotta tie it somewhere onto the belt. So I had to deduct points from that, and also with this. So technically I had to put it down to either a B- or a B+ on this sword, but still, it is a really good piece. Don't get me wrong. No, in truth, it is actually extremely long, and it feels like it's a thrusting sword, pretty much because of its tapering design, but it feels mostly also as a cutting sword. You gotta know that this is technically based off of historical Celtic style weapons, and this is actually really interesting of how accurate this one is. Now, if no, you don't understand of how cool this is, here's the thing. This is my Celtic greatsword, or my Celtic chieftain sword, I should say, and here's my Celtic short sword. In truth, it actually takes up most of the blade if I was to put these two together. So, in truth, this actually is lighter than this, yet it still is perfect for fighting in combat form, which is really cool, really. And in truth, and you'll understand, Celtic warriors such as in Britain would have probably used this weapon, or including in Celt Iberia, and which I want to say Celt Iberia, but I pretty much wouldn't want to say that. Because in truth, the Celt Iberians might have actually used something like this as a type of gladius, while they then evolved it into a leaf-shaped blade in the process to create a different look. Now, as I stated, this is more of a British Isles type Celtic sword. Why? Kind of obvious. Most of the time you discover short swords like these in regions of Scotland or Alba, or in the region of Ireland, and including in the region of Wales and England. And in doing so, we actually discovered that this is probably a British, or a type of Britannic Celtic sword, that of which was used in the region for major reasons. The reason it was shorter was because of the fact due to the lack of iron in the area, they had to rethink their strategy on the elongation of the sword. So, in doing so, this sword was technically smaller. Still though, this is a really good example of a Celtic short sword, in which it does feel perfect, like a massive knife if you think about it. Or a dagger, really. But yeah, I do want to say this thing actually does have a really good feel to it in the hand. Now, I could probably see this being used by a hobbit or a dwarf for major reasons. Kind of because of the fact it's so short and such, I could easily just use it that way. And as well, yeah, as I said before, this feels like a two-handed short sword, which is not a very good thing. So, Topeka might want to fix this. But still, a B- or B+ still along with this thing, because it has a beautiful scabbard, which I had to give him points on that. Because I like the design of the scabbard a little more, because I don't know why. It's more practical. I don't know why. This makes it a little more, well, simple. And with the sword in there, it kind of makes it very cool and badass looking. So, yeah. Anyways, guys, if y'all want to see this for yourself, we'll leave links down below for y'all, so that way y'all can get your hands on one of these bad boys. If y'all actually want to own something like this yourselves, as I said, check out the links below. Also, like and subscribe, and also check out our Facebook, that way you understand of what upcoming video is going to come up next. As well, guys, hopefully y'all can actually stay tuned for the next few, blade reviews and armor reviews, so that way you can understand what I'm going to probably do next for the next armor type videos. But anyways, have a great day, guys, and hopefully to see y'all in the next one. Have a great day.